some behind the scenes situations. The parking is so crazy because of the snowbird people, the time of year, and all the Canadians. A bunch of Canadians came here. So there's zero parking. So and we have to park at this location because this is the closest the reef comes to shore. Plus it has the hose for cleaning up anyway. It's going to be very difficult because I have to take all this gear and put it on without the wetsuit being fully on, halfway on, and carry the scooter and the tank all the way over there. It's whatever. So I got to carry all this shit, but I can't carry all of it, so I got to put it on. But it's 84 degrees out. But when I get underneath there, it's going to be, they say 74, but it's really not. If you notice on your dive computers, often you'll have, I've recorded 68 and so forth, and see on this scooter over here, that's going to have all that water, 68 degree water, blowing past me and over me for hours. Now that's going to, is a true real risk of hypothermia. And being as what I'm doing is solo diving from the beach, going a half mile out, well, 0.66 to 0.8 miles offshore from the beach, solo, having hypothermia out there is the biggest risk on solo dive. So I'm putting on this base layer, and I'm putting on this 5mm suit, wetsuit. Then I have to carry this tank and this scooter 3 blocks, and 3 blocks up there. And I can't do that with fully suited up, or I'm going to dehydrate by the time I even get out there. And dehydration is another risk, another concern of this type of diving. Like a serious, yeah, I'd be fully hydrated. So I'm putting it all on halfway, and then walking to the beach, setting down and setting up again, which is a real hassle. And the only reason this is happening is a bunch of Canadians are here for the winter, and they're here all winter long. That's why we don't have a state income tax here. It's because we have a bunch of Canadians, you know, tourist industry. But the downfall of that is they're taking all the parking spots. So, and that means I have to get in double wetsuit and walk 3 horrifying, terrifying, horrifying blocks to the beach in heat, or I'm going to completely dehydrate, which of course will kill me. It's a life-threatening scenario. So my plan is to put that like that, this like this whole scuba kit on my back with a DPV on my shoulder, and I'm going to walk 3 blocks to the beach to take out the experimental model DPV to go beach diving half mile offshore with no surface support, solo. That's what I do because I'm hardcore like that. And everyone says it's crazy and it's wrong. But I've been doing it for years, hundreds of times. Doing it out of a Tesla right now, which is also very rough. I don't have my Hummer. Fort Lauderdale Scuba owns this glorious Hummer. I had it in the other videos. Imagine me trying to get that Hummer around on the beach up there. I'll try to get some shots of me walking through the city in traffic with all this crap on me. People are breaking out their phones saying, what the hell is this guy doing? Scuba tank walking down the middle of the damned highway. Well, I'm walking, you know, because you took my parking spot. Because you're, you know, it's what you've done. So, anyway, since I do all this solo, it's really hard to get camera shots. But we'll see if we get some shots of me walking across intersections with all this gear through town. It's a great show. Anyway. All right, you have to walk 3 blocks because of all this, whatever the hell they are. Canadians, I think. Taking all the parking spots. They came here to pay our sales tax for us. But I thought it was pretty cool of them to pay all our sales tax, being as they're Canadians. But now I have to walk long ways with a lot of gear all the way to a dive spot. I'm gonna miss this light. Then I have to stand here in a traffic light in traffic for a super long fucking time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty hardcore. It's because I'm hardcore like that. A lot of great exercise. But at least I don't have to sit around waiting for these parking spots. I can just say, screw it. Get all set up. And when I get there to the beach, I'll put the rest of this gear on because I'm wearing 4 layers. Imagine how hot that is. What if I had to walk in this wetsuit all the way the hell to the beach? That'd be great because I got to go out there and solo dive. So I don't have anybody to carry my shit or to drop off any of my gear because people are afraid to dive under the circumstances. Said they uncomfortable diving under the circumstances for which I've chosen to dive because, you know, there's no boat, there's no surface support. You're way the hell offshore, over a half mile, 0.66 miles, sometimes 0.88 miles on a 3-mile scuba trek for hours, and with no surface support. If the battery dies, and this is an experimental battery in here, but it's a 4.5 hour battery, then you would be out to sea, and the current would, by the time you kicked in, on surface kicked, you wouldn't want to leave thousands of dollars worth of gear out there. So by the time you surface kicked in, the current would have taken you to, I don't know, Pompano or down to the Port Everglades. I don't know where you'd end up, probably in the Gulf. Anyway, let's cross this busy ass street. Yeah, the current would take you really far away. You had a surface kick in, so it's, but you never go out further than you could reasonably swim back in. So if you take a scooter a mile offshore, you better be sure that you can swim a mile to shore. You know what I'm saying? You have to swim a mile to shore. People have done it. I've heard of it. People's scooters have died out there. But they are, in general, there's very few people that are going to be out there for a half mile or a mile anyway. So you'll notice when we get here that there's only going to be 0 people with scooters. It means they're all just swimming the reef, which is 300 feet offshore. You know, but they're not seeing everything. And the people that took boats to go out there and see the real good stuff, they're only dropping on 1 reef. Oh, there's a beautiful ocean there. Hell yeah. That'll be good. That'll be good. Okay. Wonderful conditions.
why I gave up diving. I can't carry all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff, especially now. This thing.
What is it for?
It's yeah, it's to go like a.
Oh, you don't even have to swim.
Yeah, it can get a lot further out there. Tanks last twice as long because you don't have to do a lot of breathing or anything. But yeah,
And shallow.